Welcome to the podcast once again. And what can I say? This week has been a roller coaster. I can't even pronounce it right, but it was a wild ride. I don't know why exactly did all of this all happened at the same time because I was riding on a high, to be honest. Everything seems to be going well because I was trying to revamp my whole workflow to try and adapt because I saw that there was no need to have a very strict schedule. Instead, my schedule need to adapt to what I feel at the time. If my sleep schedule is I wake up a bit earlier than I used to do, or I wake up a bit later than I used to do, and the sleep or the schedule during the day or even like other days need to adapt to it. And by other days I don't mean necessarily to the sleep schedule itself, but to other projects which is I'm interested in some gaming stuff, for example. So the anime stuff will take the back seat until I finish up with the gaming stuff, but not so much as I will commit 4 weeks into just gaming in terms of programming or doing 3D or doing like just conceptualization, doing the concept art for anime is a bit different than games in terms of what you're trying to make concepts of. But yeah, it needs to be like distributed well. So you need to give like 70% here and 30% there, or like even 60 and 40, with 30 being for the secondary thing that you like, and the extra 10% is for research and development, thing that you should be doing regularly, and they help blow up some steam because when you're working on a game stuff or anime stuff, you're only doing that thing and you're only doing that specific project. So you're only working on just a set of specific design uh, limitations in terms of you doing just fantasy work or sci-fi work, or you're doing like some sort of genre, you're working on romance and you want to do something or write something about shonen, and you're working on action game but you want to do something that is more strategy and so on. That is what that 10% is there for, just to alleviate some stress. But yeah, the wind wasn't blowing the way that I wish it did because my health decided to just deteriorate to a point beyond my comprehension. What I like about this is that this only happens only once per year. So it doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it is quite not annoying necessarily, even though that it is kinda is, but it is worrisome when something like this does happen because I don't know what the outcome is going to be. This is like a test. It's like looking at the slot machine and just wishing for the 777 to show up. I don't know what is the outcome. All that I know is that I'm not prepared for it, mainly financially speaking, because if anything hits right now that isn't too light that I can fix quickly, I will be fucked. There is no way around it. What happened this week is another one of my teeth, whatever, the things that you have in your mouth that consists of bones, decided to kind of start acting up. It is like an alarm. It was giving me an alarm that something bad is about to happen. That feeling is the exact thing that I felt before the previous one on the other side blown up. Uh, Except the previous one did that shit immediately. It was nothing but mere seconds before it shattered. So this one I was worried. So the first thing that I thought about is to visit the dentist and yeah, to try and see if it can be solved early, rather like the other one. To, to admit the truth, it did hurt quite a bit before whenever I drank something that is cold or hot, but I decided to turn the blind eye on it until the problem got a bit out of hand, and now I have a crown there. And the difference between synthetic and organic is quite huge because when you have that crown there that I don't know what kind of material it is made of, it is not like your actual bones that you feel the texture of the food that you're eating. you feel all of those properties that the food is having. So it kind of enhances the taste that you have. Not that I eat anything that's fancy, to be honest with you. My diet consists only of bread and eggs and a lot of tea, and sometimes occasionally I will drink some coffee. But still, that does help a lot, feeling the texture of whatever you're eating. So yeah, and I went to the dentist this morning because again I hate the dentist because it messes up my sleep schedule, my schedule as a whole, because I work during the night instead of working during the day hours. And going to the dentist requires me to not sleep at all. So basically I like completely flipping my sleep schedule. Today I woke up at 10:30 p.m., which means like it is like the opposite day. Now it is like completely and utterly flipped. Even though that before it was kind of the same, except I did not sleep 8 hours. I slept only 4 to 6 hours. But now I sleep 8 hours because I know there is no guaranteed how long I'm gonna be there at the dentist office, because they keep you waiting there for quite some time. So yeah, and I didn't find her there. She wasn't there, so she wasn't working the Monday. Maybe because it was too cold or whatever. The usual time that I go there, they were closed because again the cold of the winter or whatever. They refuse to wake up early. They are pretty moody when it comes to like to this healthcare system in my fucked up country. But yeah, instead I used that time to take a walk around this area that I lived in, which we moved here for like I don't know. It's like it's going up to 3 years now, and I haven't taken any walks or got to know the area that I live in. So I took the advantage of that and went in for a walk. And yeah, it was something looking at other people for the first time in months, looking to how they behave, how do they look. And one thing that stood out to me that was a bit worrisome, that I saw a lot of wanted posters for people that are missing. So that isn't a good side, but whatever. It was a good thing. It was a good environmental thing that you notice. Another thing that I noticed is the trees that they planted in the sidewalk. Uh, it is something that I kind of made a tutorial about, but I didn't publish it because I thought it was a bit bad in terms of explanation. But yeah, I saw now this phenomenon in real life, which they plant trees, but they don't plant them that deep, so they are pretty shallow. But when time goes or moves on, the tree grows, and the branches or the roots of them grow as well. They expand, and when they expand, since they are below, they push up and they push away from the center of the tree. So they push up and they push away the kind of pavement, the like bricks that they use to pave the ground. They push them up and they make the site that was supposed to be beautiful look heinous. So yeah, but still it was chill. It was quite chill. I took a walk near where I used to work because that area is quite industrial, so it is pretty calm when you get near there before you get to actual where the all of the pollution and all of the factory noises are. It was pretty peaceful walk, and down one street it was just a straightforward walk. There were no cars, no people, no nothing. It was pretty chill, and that kind of made me think that I need to take walks like this a bit more that I actually do. Which in this year the total amount of walks that I have taken amounts to 2 walks, including this one, which was just an appointment for the dentist. There are 3 of them. So yeah, and another idea that I got, which is just to add a bit of excitement to my sad and depressed life, is to go to the tram and take the tram from like one terminal to the other and just sit there and chill, look at the people, look at the areas that I'm gonna go by, and kind of get inspired or whatever you want to call it. And once I reach the terminal again, I will take it back to where I came from. Except this idea requires a little bit of money, but I don't like spending money, especially when I am so tight on budget. I don't have any income for now, and the only thing that I have is the savings. That right now it is almost a full year that pass on those savings, and they're still holding. So I want to keep uh, my spending as dry as it possibly can. So when any problem comes, I will get out of it just barely. I will not get out of it, but finesse my way through it, if that makes sense. So yeah, with that long intro aside, what actually did happen other my health deteriorating, other my teeth falling, other than another thing that I just noticed before starting this recording, which is my left ear have this like faint, I don't know what to call it, like a white noise thing, or not white noise, but it is like that static noise. Is it, and it doesn't stop. I thought it was a problem from the earphones that I use, which are pretty cheap, but nah, it just doesn't stop. Even though that I have nothing plugged into it right now, that noise doesn't stop. So that worries me quite a lot also, that I might be messed up. So, what did happen this week? This week is the revamping and renewal week. I am starting anew, and by revamping, I mean just patching up stuff that I already had, be it project that I have still in the working, or something that I already published. So what I'm trying to do is pursue this career thing that I'm trying to do with YouTube a bit more seriously, by making everything a bit more professional, by taking all of the aspects a bit more seriously. Not that I didn't take it seriously before, but now I am fully committing to it. So what I'm doing right now is fixing up the schedule. That is the first thing, and the second thing is to go back and kind of package all of the other videos that I made, package them well with better titles, better thumbnails. I don't want the thumbnails to be like too much. I want to just reuse the same assets that I made and just flesh them out, because a lot of those thumbnails that I made were basically sketches for me to finish them sometimes afterwards, but I did not get the time to finish them, so I just put them there, including the ones that this podcast started with, which kind of gonna live forever, because I blurred them and I put them at the end of the episode when the end video cards show up. So but I did want to really kind of find some sort of style to use them to use on them, that is basically flat. I don't like the 3D aspect and a lot of gradients and a lot of stuff just fighting for your attention. I want something to feel like a bit more analog in terms of its feeling. And yeah, I have some sketches, some concepts art, color studies that I did, because color is very important. And we'll see how it will turn out. Another thing is the introduction of chapters, the introduction of better description for what I'm doing, even though that I'm not doing that much, and the description will be very very tight, very like straight to the point, except when it comes to the tutorial videos, which are the ones that's going to have a bit more robust, a bit more detailed description, because I really want to describe what's going on. I really want to make the description a bit of a extra or bonus thing that the viewer or the student or whatever you want to call them check out and kind of gain something more from it, be it like adding extra resources or showing them how to use the resources or extra stuff. And yeah, finally there is the socials that helps kind of guide traffic to your other social platforms, even though that from what I saw or what I think of, to be honest, because I am not that expert at this, but from what I think of is YouTube isn't the best at directing audience to other platforms, but the best way to do it is to go from other platforms and funnel in to YouTube, be it Twitter, TikTok, whatever it is, even YouTube Shorts, because I think of the Shorts as their own platform, and a lot of other creators do agree with that same notion. So yeah, trying to revamp and renew all of my work, including the schedule, because schedule is a bit, I don't know what to call it, not tied up, but I made it in a modular way, in a way that I have a bunch of things right now going on. Each one of them is can be replaced or can be changed to be either done earlier or done later until I find the time for it, but within the limitation of the deadline. So, for example, I have right now one episode of this short podcast per week, and on the other hand, I have a kind of illustration per week that needs to be done and published on other socials. So those are the two things that I need to stay consistent with. And so far, so good. So far, so good. Everything have been working, not flawlessly, but nothing have broken yet. So I am happy with it. And what I'm happy with even more is the fact that I was able or capable of creating 2 videos, and that surprises even me. And the reason why is because I checked on some old inspirations that I had, mainly of Josh Strife Hayes, and the talks that he had about creativity and the drive to create things. And that is something that I really struggled with, which is I have a lot of ideas, but I kind of pull myself off or hold myself off from creating, and that is a bad thing, because if you want to create something, you should create it, then iterate on it, and then make it better, and so on. So that is what I'm trying to do right now, is just to remove all of those shackles and just create stuff until later on, and we'll figure things out. It's something like this podcast itself. Right now it is still horrible, but I am working on it in a way that, like in this episode, I'm trying to introduce topics that are the main central talking point, if that makes any sense. For example, right now we have the renewal and the revamping of my schedule. Other episodes might have something related to game development, just gaming in general, or anime and anime production, and so on, or like the arts or creativity and a bunch of other things. Whatever it is, I wanted to have like a central topic, and then we have some other things that branches from it. So yeah, that saying or that post thing that was going viral lately on Twitter, which is just create the thing and make it better, kind of implies or kind of works here also, except when it comes to videos, because you might want to perfect it before publishing it, but the way that I see it is you can do better. You can always do better. Good ideas always will come to you. It's just that you need to have I don't know how to phrase it better, but it is, you just need to have the balls to commit to it. Later on, you're gonna have better ideas, and you're gonna have better execution, which is what matters the most, not the ideas, but more the execution of said ideas. And that is what I'm still working on myself. Another thing that is part of the renewal, if you see the thumbnails, you will see the character that's supposed to represent me have a lot of hair, and the hair is supposed to represent what I'm having in real life, or what I had in real life, because unfortunately the voices have won, and yeah, I committed to it and I just went bald. I just picked up the clipper that I use to cut my beard, to trim it, to make it look nice, and yeah, I went ballistic on my hair. And I went like bald, like I made sure to make that cranium shine, because I picked up the blade and I start cutting, or I don't know what you call it, shaving. Yeah, shaving is the term. English isn't working, as you might hear. Maybe it is sickness, or maybe my brain cells are also dying. So I was shaving, and yeah, it was a tough job. I thought just going bald will be like an easy haircut to do, but it took like 40 minutes to finish all of it, and yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the ass, but the result was nice. But as I speak to you right now, a lot of the hair have grown back, even though that it's been almost just 3 days. But my hair is almost like a buzz cut right now. So I've lost the shining bald head. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that I took the initiative and started the new year, new me before the year have ended yet. Because honestly, the year have ended for me. All I have to do is just finish a couple of projects that I still have in the working, publish them, and I want to say sit and relax, but honestly, I'm just gonna start new things. So yeah, that's aside. I have some new interests that might inspire some things that I'm working on in the future, and maybe I don't know. I've been checking a lot of gacha games, upcoming gacha games, and yeah, I notice a weird pattern that happens in almost all of them. And it is quite interesting, but at the same time worrisome, because the thing about gacha games is that they normalize plagiarism. So you can go to a gacha game and just look at the roster of girls that they have, mainly girls. You will see that a lot of them either look like other gacha games, just copy the homework but change it a little bit, or they look straight up like some famous VTubers, especially the Japanese ones, especially the ones from Hololive. Like I swear I saw Shisha Robotan quite a lot, and I saw the Same, which was Gaugura. I saw her quite a lot, and I saw also Ina, none of my Inanis. I also saw a lot of characters that looks awfully uh, similar to her. And even someone like Shisha Robotanit, she also, I don't think she debuted before Arc Knight was released, or they had that lion looking like, or lioness looking like character. So there is that plagiarism going around where they just take the character, I don't know, verbatim, and they just put it there. Which is, you might argue that the character is not just the PNG, but the story that they have and gameplay and so on. But most of gacha games gameplay is non-existent, and most of the story is not non-existent but almost non-existent, and the only selling point that they have is the visuals, because what you're gambling on, what you're playing the gacha for, what you're pulling for, is the PNG. So yeah, that aside, what I'm talking about now is actually the gameplay, and I don't know what to say. I am baffled. Some of them, they look straight up like the game that they're taken from, and others are less so. So the first one that I checked out was something called Var Sapura by MiHoYo, which is a game that the first thing that you see that it looks, and the intro looks like Control, the game by I don't know what studio, but it is the same one I think that did Max Payne, not Max Payne, but the other one, the Polish studio. Uh, the intro visuals looks like it. The first segment looks like it, except the part where they want to showcase like we have breakable objects, but the breakable objects do not come anywhere near the vicinities of what they have in Control because that system is too detailed. But the visuals are quite nice. I'm not gonna lie, the visuals looks absolutely fantastic. I really like them, but the only concern that I have is that they have a lot of high budget things because apparently the game is made on Unreal Engine, so they have a lot of smoke that is there just for the vibes. But when you have something like smoke 3D or volumetric smoke just there for the vibe, it kind of crashes down the or takes a lot from the GPU processing power. So yeah, I don't know about those effects. And there are some more baffling, like jaw-dropping effects, like some black hole-looking things or some fluid simulations that are there just for shits and giggles. And yeah, I don't know about those in terms of the game performance, but who cares? If gacha players have the money to pull for their favorite waifu, they have the money to buy a new PC, which is not an accurate thing to say because mostly gacha gamers aren't that I don't know how to call it, but aren't that rich, because the way that gacha works is just it takes just a little bit of money at the time. It doesn't need a large sum of money like what you need in terms of if you want to buy or build a new PC or buy new specs. So yeah, it is a bit different the way that it works here, but it is something. The other thing was the kind of RPG, like something like the Kingdom Come or The Witcher, dialogue choices and the card control that is, I don't know, it is not GTA, but it looks to me like a bit more like the way that Mafia have driving works there, or L.A. Noire. So it is more like that than actual GTA. And the final one, which was a bit funny, is the umbrella mechanic in Fortnite. How you can use that umbrella to use it basically like a glider. So that is what kind of made me laugh so hard when I first saw it, because it is very absurd how engineered the game is. They just taken everything that is famous or made or from famous AAA games and just put it there without, I don't want to say without any way to like stick it together, make it synergize, but yeah, it is too blatant. Maybe because I study this, that is why I see it too much, but yeah, I don't know. I want to say we're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until it actually releases. Then we'll see what the gameplay is like. But most likely I'm not gonna play it because gacha games they require a lot of money and a lot of gambling, which I don't like gambling. And in terms of money, I am dirt broke, so I cannot do that. Other titles also that I forgot the names of because I didn't care about that much, but they have inspirations, quotations, obviously, like the one that looks verbatim, like Spider-Man, the way that the new Spider-Mans work. Uh, they have the Venom kind of VFX going on with like the whip thing, changing the arm to whip to grab enemies, changing the arm to like a whip shape to swing between buildings, and so on. Gameplay that looks like GTA, quotations again, where you can change between the characters and the camera pulls up, it switches to the other character, and yeah, you can take your character to the gym and gym, I'm doing again quotations, and do yoga exercises or like calisthenics next to some girls with tight pants, which I don't know, I don't see them that sexy or that attractive, but the timeline on the YouTube video actually says otherwise when they just shown the behind of one of the girls that was kind of on fours on that tatami mat or whatever they use to exercise on, and the ass cheeks were in the corner of the screen, but the spike on that timeline was insane. So yeah, I skipped to it thinking that something happened, but I found that nothing happened. It's just that the character went through the door. But when I rewound it a few more times, I saw why actually people did do that. So yeah, the map doesn't look interesting. The characters are, I don't know what to call them. They have a lot of that Marvel dialogue going on with them, and yeah, the general feeling that I felt from both that and few other games that are mainly gacha. Another one which is set in a Victorian London look like, that clearly takes inspiration from Bloodborne and Red Dead Redemption. If you see the I forgot what it's called. There is Valentine, there is Strawberry, and there is the first city that I forgot what it was called, but that one. It looks like it quite a bit, and yeah, that's all I can say. It doesn't look like something that is interesting at all when it comes to a game in the way that you design a map, which needs to have a bit of variation, at least in the elevation. So you need to make like already existing cities do not exist on flat land, they usually on a hill, or at least they exist on flat land, but some areas are on a hill. So you can use that to your advantage to create some elevation, but nah, they just create whatever vapid city that you can go across in lightning speed on your horse, or you can fly like a Pegasus type action and fly over the city, which kind of goes to show you that all of these things that you look at are just set dressing. just to make you go around and around like a hamster on a wheel, just giving you chores to do while the next FOMO thing drops, where it be it like limited polls or whatever. So yeah, that is the only objection that I have that makes me kind of dislike these games. So yeah, it is kind of an interesting phenomenon to watch. And by the way, the other game that I talked about that gets inspired way too much from Spider-Man by I forgot what they were, Insomniac Spider-Man. It is actually the trailer was on PlayStation's channel, so I guess they're all good and honky-dory with each other, so no need to worry. Even though that it is a bit worrisome to see like the Ouroboros effect, where they're just eating each other up, and there is no kind of innovation. The only innovation that comes is from indie games, and when they do it, they obviously have to copy them, like with that new Ark Knight, and how it just put the same thing that you have in Factorio. They put it in that game, and they also have some mechanics from Death Stranding. I'm telling you, I want to make a separate video about this, but yeah, it is a baffling thing to see like how they just straight up take the exact looking mechanic without introducing any changes to it. Yeah, it is a worrisome thing, but it is also kind of an inspiring thing that a lot of people have lost the balls. So no matter how small your balls are, if you commit to whatever unique idea that you have, you will make sure you will definitely stand out, be it for good or for worse. Uh, However, there is still just one problem that they can beat you in, is with the legalities and paperwork, because they might plagiarize your work and call it theirs, and you can do nothing about it. So yeah, that's the only thing that is frightening about these kind of things, where they take mechanics and characters and so on from other games without any worry in the world. So yeah, that is a good note to end on this episode. So yeah, leave your thoughts below on whatever thing that I spoke of. And as always, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and make sure to have yourselves a damn good one.